What's up, guys? We're out here doing a quick little car review for my buddy. He's got a clean car, but I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit more about it. So why don't we start off with what's your name and where you from, man?
What's up? I'm Alan. I'm from Antigua, California, and this is my 2003 Nissan 350Z.
Yeah. And how long have you had the car? And what inspired you to build it this way?
I've had this car since I was 15. Didn't really get to drive it much at the beginning of this car. It was originally a black base coupe, and then somebody had painted it a half black, half bluish, like Harley color. And yeah, that was the beginning of it. Sort of got into like stand stuff for a while, and like every other person, and then uh, started watching drifting through some of my friends' cousins and other friends of. Started watching a little more drifting and realized that that's more my style and what I wanted to get into. So yeah, this honestly, drifting really got me into this. So
Well, what was your first mod? Because I remember this car when it was still pretty much stock. I remember that. But what was your first mods?
honestly, probably the first one was the front lip. I want to say the eBay front lip. Oh my god, that was horrendous. It's still cool. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a really good lip for like first starting. The only thing I ever color matched to that blue, which is crazy because that was a waste of money. I crashed it like right after that. But yeah, that was the first mod actually. The eBay lip. I'll send Alex the picture so then he can just put it somewhere in here. And if you guys like it, you guys can rock it.
Doing y'all a favor. What made you choose this platform in specific?
I didn't really get to choose this platform actually. My dad actually surprised me with this. It was I initially wanted an E30. That was because if you all my skateboarding peeps, you know iShotWare has the coolest E30 ever, and I actually wanted an E30 for the longest. I had a bunch of friends, your cousins, everyone had BMWs, M3s, all super nice cars. So for me, the E30 was like a very good car that I wanted to, and I actually almost ended up getting one before this car, which I regret, kind of regret, but I also don't, uh, because the guy flaked on me pretty much, and I ended up one day going to skate with my friends, like always. I didn't really care about cars then. I was just into skateboarding. I pretty much was driving back home. My dad, before we left, he had shown me this car. It was, like I said, it was a two-tone, black and blue, and it was pretty. It was crashed on the left side, driver's side, and it just had a small repairs. You know, the arms are fucking aluminum, so they tend to crack, and it was a small, easy repair. And he showed it to me, but he used to show me cars left and right. I didn't really care about it because, like I said, I was into skating. But when I came back home after the skate park, this was sitting in my driveway. Obviously not like this, but this car was sitting in my driveway. And yeah, ever since then, I always heard the bad fame of 350Zs, you know, trumpets and all this crazy shit. So I never really liked it until I started doing a lot more research on D1 and you know, Chris Forsberg and other people like that. That's when I really started falling in love with the chassis and how much nice it can really be. You know, other than your usual KBD and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's all drifting.
Well, it seems like it worked out, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, you've made the car your own, which leads us into the next question, which is, I mean, what have you done to the car? Because it's I know the car and it's come a long way, but what what kit are you running?
All right, so this is the first time I actually telling people, but so the first thing will be the front bumper. The front bumper is a V1 top secret. It's a rep, obviously, it's a Duraflex version, which I do not recommend. There's a lot of work going into this bumper uh, to make it fit decently. I know a lot of people are running just kind of just whatever, but having my dad a body guy, uh, he tends to get me in his OCD and wanting me to everything fit at least good or presentable because it is our name in it. So yeah, I'll send Alex some pictures of how much work we did for this bumper for it to fit decently and look good. The next thing will be the hood, which I just got a couple months ago. This is a top secret hood. It's not really like a version of it. It's really just the only one I think they use on every single car, every single version, even the long noses. Uh, the headlights, obviously the headlights, not really much. Just the eyelets, eBay eyelets. The next thing will be the custom fenders. I got the idea from my buddy that used to own a hatch coupe at the time. Sorry, and he had the origin. I forgot what they are honestly. Fenders that have the vents, and I always wanted to do something like that with the Z. But obviously, I hate fiberglass, so these are metal. And they have taken a beating, both of them actually. They've have a lot of cracks now and taken a lot of beating, but that's the reason we made it metal, so they will last the damage. Uh, yeah, the next thing will be the mirrors. These are Aero 23 mirrors. They're not real gunners. I'm not rich. I cannot afford that stuff. Side skirts, they're Ings side skirts. I don't remember exactly I think like N spec or something like that. Yeah, they're Duraflex too. My buddy that passed away, Lando, got me a deal on both of these. And yeah, they've been in the car ever since then. He hooked me up back then, and yeah, still in his honor. The car's still together. All right, so the next thing, I guess we can go with the wing. It's a Blitz wing. I actually took like 2 years to find this wing because I didn't want to pay the price that they want on Z1 is like $400, and I took forever to find a used one, but I did find it down in SoCal. It's also a Muse rear lip, if I remember right. I don't know. Never really wanted to have a full bumper. All my buddies used to run rear bumpers, and they tend to sit super low. Obviously, the car's not low anymore, but back before it used to sit super low. So then they always tend to crack, fucking fly out everywhere. I never really wanted to go through that issue, so that's why I got a rear lip and just mounted it to it. These turning signals, they're not the OEM ones. They are some version of aftermarket ones. They're full clear, so it was for me to match the tail lights. My little things. The exhausts, they're blast pipes. They were made by the homie Tyler, which he does not live in California anymore, so we miss him. But yeah, he made these blast pipes. Most of it's still the same thing, but no, they were made by him. Really good welder. I mean, they're still in the car to this day, and they hang through beatings and scraping all through the freeways of California. Uh, the roof spoiler, I do not remember. I feel bad saying this, but I do not remember this. This is very old. I bought this a long time ago, so I can't remember. If you just type in on Google roof wing for 30Z, probably this one will come up, other than the eBay one. And the quarters. The quarters are to what we think we measure it. They're 35 millimeter overs, metal, obviously. It's all metal. They got done after me and my buddy Joey crashed. No, actually, scratch that. No, they got done after a New Year's Eve event, a Super D at Thunderhill. I crashed with the buddy Xander, and yeah, the quarters have taken a beating. When I first bought the car, these quarters were filled with like 2 inches of Bondo, which was terrible. So we stripped them, redid them. So the metal was already kind of iffy. But yeah, after that one crash with Xander, we realized that it was kind of sketchy to keep doing that. So we hardened the whole metal, added this extension, right here, which is a lot harder. And then we added bigger Balkans. I have a 6-inch lip ones. These are 5.5, but I have a 6-inch lip ones that fit a little bit better in the chassis. Um, but yeah, that's the whole reason we did the cutting, which I regret. I wish I never cut it. This car was good in the way it was. The next thing will be the roll cage. That was made by me and my grandpa. Mainly him, obviously. He's the one that's a fabricator, not me. Uh, he helped me to build this cage because of how many times I got into accidents uh, and crashed. There, he was actually concerned about my safety, which is kind of crazy because it's a drift car, not a off-road car where he usually builds or used to build, I should say. Um, yeah, he helped me build this inner garage. And yeah, it's powder coated chrome. It's not chrome. I'm not rich, and yeah, just very simple setup when it comes to the interior. A plaque that I got done a long time ago. I always wanted to do a lowrider style car. Keep my style to my unique. Where like when somebody sees a plaque in a drift car, they kind of know who am I, or where are we from, whatever type of thing. It's just like that's old school stuff, I guess. Yeah, there's a lot more explanation to that than what I'm saying, but yeah. Okay, and the interior, it's very simple, I guess. Other than the cage, it's just a moon ice. I think it's an octagon. I'm not really good with the shapes, but octagon wheel, blue. It's funny because I got it as a joke because it was $100, like 120. And my buddy Joel, your cousin, he was the one that picked it up for me in Zoka. I wanted a blue wheel for the longest because I had a silver one round, and I wanted a blue one, and the only blue one they had was this wheel. And I got it as a joke, almost to have it on my sim more than my car, and I actually ended up liking it. I like the way it drives. It's a very everyone that gets in the car and drives it, they hate it, but for me, it's become such a normal thing that it's just another wheel, really. The seat, it's a thrash seat. They're local to us from Stockton, so they I got a deal on it, and yeah, very cool people. So I tend to rep local people all the time. The shifter, it was made by the homie Ian Long. He's not making anymore, I think. I don't know if he still does. If he does, then go bug him or something. I don't know. But yeah, he made that for me. Uh, when I first met everyone at RAF, I wanted a shifter because I had an eBay one or like an Amazon one, and he told me he would make it one, and he did, and came in clutch. Looks really good on the car. I think it fits perfect. Uh, Another thing would be the Lambo doors. That would be the last thing I think I have on the car. Customization on the outside, I should say, the cosmetic. The Lambo doors, yeah, they fucking suck. Do not get them. They like look cool, but I hate driving on the street with this car. Uh, they open regular, obviously. They open down and regular, but the thing is the quality of them, as you can tell, it's pretty bad. My wheels are SSR Balkans, ABC exclusive, but they're not the Inky version. The Inky version have more of a flat spoke. These ones have a, I guess, a spoke coming out of each spoke. Kind of weird to say, but yeah. The rears are these ones are my spares, so they're 10 and a half, negative 25, 18s, with the 255 35. My actual other wheels are 18 11, negative 30, which are the 6-inch lips, which I barely run them anymore. My fronts are 18 9 and a half, negative 36. No spacer all around, just how they fit. And on the rear, I have a PBM super old coilovers that I had forever. I have Z1 Torms, Z1 camber arms, and that's about it. Pretty simple setup in the rear, really, just to get the adjustment where I want it. The less stuff you replace, the less stuff you break. So that's in the rear. The front, I have GK Tech uh, bolt-on angle kit, not the lowers, just tie rod extensions. Uh, and I have Z1 uppers, super old ones too, um, and all poly bushings in the front. Because if you're into Z's, you know that the bushings in the front tend to go really, really fast, and you will replace them all the time. So poly bushings in the front, and that's about it on the car. Really, it's very simple. Never really had issues with it. I always believe that the simpler you do, the easier it gets to drive and the more reliable it will be. But that's just my mind. I don't really know if that's true.
How has the maintenance on this car, the reliability been for you, and how much maintenance do you actually have to keep up with it?
Uh, when it comes to maintenance, I don't really do much other than your classic stuff on a drift car: axles, oil changes, tie rods, inner tie rods, I should say, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah, actually, it's a CDO1, so it grinds third like every other Z. Never replaced it, never had issues with it. The clutch, I don't even know what's in it. Uh, it's just been there and it's just worked so far, so I don't even touch it. Uh, the motor, it's obviously a VQ35DE, has about 117 or yeah, 117, 118, somewhere around there. Um, and yeah, very simple. Just an intake. Really don't really touch it. There's not really maintenance going to the car. You know, I take care of it more than on the outside than the inside, really, which is bad. But yeah, no, this car's been good to me. I mean, I let all my friends drive it. I drive it everywhere. I street drive it to the tracks a lot. Um, and you know, I like this is my street car, so it's more of a street car than a drift car for me. This is my first car, so I tend to drive everywhere. And yeah, maintenance. I mean, like I said, it just goes through it. Whatever goes bad on it, then I fix it. But really, I've never had any bad issues when it comes to it. It's been a very reliable car.
What are your biggest issues or like biggest hurdles with this car that you've had?
Ooh, ooh, a lot of fucking crashing. Yeah, a lot of it. Yeah, and repainting. That has been a terrible thing that it's been going on so much. This whole car has been repainted. These cars have been repainted 3 times. The rear bumper's been painted 3 times. The doors, each door is been painted about 2 times. The only thing that is original from when we first painted this car is the hatch. That's it. Everything else has been painted at one point or another one. Like literally everything on this car has been hit at one point by somebody or something, and or me, and it's been repainted or replaced and redone. Um, it's been a very annoying process of drifting, learning how to drift and crashing, and you know mistakes happen. It's part of it, you know. And I want to say lately the biggest issue has been the front steering. Uh, it pulls to the right, no idea what it is. We replaced so many things, cannot figure it out. That's the most annoying one. The paint one, it's kind of easy. It's been annoying, but it at least doesn't affect the driving. But yeah, the steering definitely has been the last very, very annoying one that I cannot figure out to this day. Still pulls to the right, but we're still driving it around just how it is.
All right, so like I was saying, I know we reviewed the body kit already, but what makes it yours? Because anybody can buy parts, but what makes this car, what makes this style yours?
I'll say definitely the way it's executed. That's definitely my style. Because it's something that I grew up watching. You know, street cars more than drift cars. Really, people that street drive the cars and you know street drift and all those kind of things. But it also would be the flame stuff. I feel like my biggest thing on this car is that I do a lot of flame everywhere. It's been a thing that started by me just messing in my driveway with some dumb flames that my dad was teaching me how to do, and then yeah, low key they got it kind of everywhere. I have them in the taillights, which they are not okay, not the best, but and then I have them in the headlights, which it was the beginning of everything, and then I also have them in my gauge pods. And lastly, the roof, which was the last thing I want to do this car on the outside, other than you know some other stuff I want to do in the future. But I have ghost flames that we used. We did right before RAF 4. It was a very last minute project. The homie Vincent, my dad, and me, we were in the booth the Wednesday night before the drift event at like 1 in the morning doing this, trying to put the last picture or a last thing that I wanted to do to this car before presenting it to a bunch of people at RAF. Um, yeah, we funny story behind those flames. It's like I said, they're ghost flames. So I used my buddy's Dylan's Y Pearl of a Nissan CS14. So it is white pearl from a Nissan. That's the only Nissan paint in this car, by the way. Everything else is from another car. But um, yeah, I thought that would be a funny note to say. People didn't really, use random stuff, I guess.
What about the paint color? You don't have to give us a code, but what made you choose that color?
Well, it's the best. Yeah, really. I mean, everyone knows that BMW makes the best OEM colors, other than Nissan, obviously. But yeah, BMW. It's a BMW color. Uh, it was supposed to be a Techno Violet, but obviously this is not a Techno Violet. I have no idea what it is. But I like it. I mean, it's good. It's darker than your regular BMW color. It's something that I chose a long time ago when I first saw my first Signal Violet at a Wegfest, if I remember right. Either Wegfest or Sandvision. Some show. I saw a M3 A36 with VSKS with Techno Violet, and ever since then I fell in love with the color. I always wanted to do a purple, dark purple, more than looks black on the day. It looks black some days, and it looks purple on other ones. So I'm a big fan of pearl, and this color definitely has a lot of it. I wouldn't say pearl, but a lot of metallic. So yeah, that is the color of this paint code. Yeah.
I think that really meshes well with the fact that you love BMWs from the start. You wanted a BMW from the start, and here you are with a Z colored in a BMW
color. BMW. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, actually, now you say that, I never paid attention to that. Yeah, I guess they had to be something BMW in this fucking car, I guess. But yeah.
How has it been drifting this car in specific, and what has changed over the years that has made the setup better for you?
Ooh, I mean, it's been a long time. I think, if I remember right, we did a lot of street drifting when we were in high school because it didn't really have a consequence then. I feel like drifting was more chill in the street. You can get away with just a little just pat on the wrist and things like that. But over the years, it got a little bit worse. But the progress with this car was a lot better. I mean, back then it was just Z with everything stock. And it just had a coilovers. Over that time, I started adding little things. But I mean, I didn't add angle until about maybe 2 years ago. I always drifted this car with the stock angle. Maybe that's why I had a lot of crashes, but I always told myself that I had to progress with my stock angle as far as I can, reach my limit, and then from there I will add a little more angle at a time, because I never really like when people rely on their angle. I would like to do more of learning how to drive without angle. Pretty much, that was my biggest thing. Same thing with the handbrake. I disconnected my handbrake for the first year, never really used it because I wanted to do a lot of litho braking and learning how to get used to the car without relying on handbrake or angle. Which obviously, like I said, that caused a lot of crashing. But now I feel way more comfortable because these things got slowly, like I put my handbrake back, I put a little bit angle, and all that stuff got made drifting a lot easier, a lot more fun, a lot easier to chase on tandems, and just, a lot of more things. I'm still getting comfortable. I'm not the best. Obviously, we always learn. There's drifting is one of those things that you never stop learning. You're always learning from your mistakes and following different people, different styles of driving, obviously. So yeah, that's one of those things that drifting. Why I like drifting. It never ever you never stop learning. It's always a curve that you never ends. Um, yeah, that was to answer your question, right? Something like that.
What are some of the people that you've met over the years that have really?
Oh, I met over the years. Oh man, fuck, so many. I mean, with this car, bro, like the friendships I made over the country, which is unbelievable to me to this day, because of a car that my dad bought. Not even me, that bought for me, and didn't even care about all the time, like when I was 15 and stuff. Slowly through the time, the more I started to like this chassis. Uh, I actually ended up meeting more people. The first people I ever met over Instagram, and not sort of drifting, but of this car was my static garage, which was not the static garage that is now, but it was an old Stan's group of friends, or just friends, high school friends, let's just say, the same way we are. And from SoCal, I met Shane. put his at. I'll have him put his at somewhere here. I met Shane. I met Nick. I met Static. I met Fletcher. A bunch of fools from down there. They gave us the opportunity to come down, hang out with them, to see Fun About actually, for the first time, and then just hang out with them, dude. Like crazy experience. I've never been in the freeway cruising with fucking 8 to 10 people in the freeway. Just everyone was super low at the time, scraping, and just it was a feeling that described to everyone. It was my first time actually like seeing what the car community can be, right? Not just drifting, not just stands, but the car community in general. And that was a very wholesome moment for me because I'm still good friends with all of them. We keep in touch to this day. They still have cars. They still work on cars. It's never gonna go away. From there, I started getting more into drifting, and obviously got to meet my buddy Joey. I got to meet a bunch of other people, obviously, at the time, which there a lot of them are part of SK now. And then I got to meet all the Bay Area folks, which that will be most of the RAF committee, and that will be Uprise, Aimless. Oh, I mean, the list can go on, bro. There's so many people, really, that I met with this car and just got to driving. I mean, DLUX opened a door for me that it never thought it would be possible. Where I got to meet a bunch of really close friends now, and we get to hang out outside of cars and just do. I mean, the friendships is it never stops. I mean, just this last 2 weeks ago, we had a buddy, Dave. Never met him ever. Just talked to him on Instagram over the years about Z's. He owns a very beautiful Z, which I'll have Alex put up here. He owns a very beautiful Z, and we joked around and said, "Dude, you should come to Cali and come hang out with us." And he actually booked a flight. So we went to pick him out to SFO, and he was that's so funny, a Mini Cooper. Yeah, he came out to hang out with us for RAV, and it was a very crazy experience because that was my first time meeting someone from New York.
Real, son, we keep it real. Fuck your life. Bing bong.
I've never met anyone from New York personally. I met him through online and things like that, but that was my first time meeting someone from New York, and it was a crazy experience. It was very inspiring for him and for us. Wanted to push our limits to hopefully one day meet halfway and drive together. That's the ultimate goal. I have all my buddies from Arizona, from New York, from the Midwest, from Cali, from PNW, everywhere, bro. Have everyone meet and drive together. That would be the biggest accomplishment for all of us, I feel like, because that's where drifting got us, and that's where, I don't know, I feel like it will be a really good time. Oh, sorry, stepping gum. You didn't tell me it was ready.
No,
all right.
You're good.
Anyways,
so what are your future plans for the car? Do you have anything in mind that you want to do to it to change it up?
Future plans. I will only say one thing, which is gonna be the mirrors. Everything else, I'm a very gatekeeper with stuff that I do in the future. I had a lot of things where like I had a plan to do something to the car, spoil it on Instagram, and then next thing you know, someone does it. So kind of glad that stuff happened, obviously, because it led me to this point where like I've always been a person of I'm a very I have a lot of OCD when someone has something matching to me, even though we're a team and we're supposed to match cars. But I have a very OCD when like someone has an identical thing to me. So I don't really tend to talk about future stuff. But the only thing that I will mention it will be the mirrors, which is something that I just bought from my buddy Dan. He owns a cool ass E36 convertible, by the way. Talking about BMWs, but they are S14 B3 or something like that. Mirrors, which I am going to be retrofitting into the Z, or not retrofitting, I guess, fitting into the Z, doing a bunch of body work and stuff like that to those. So if that's something that I will plan to do in the future, I want to do more vlogging, for sure. It's one of those things that Alex and other friends have inspired me to do. I tend to do a lot of work to the car, just film it on my phone, never really edit it, just sort of things for me and to keep notes of what I do to the car from the future. So I think that will be another thing that I will do. Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people would like to follow this build. I know we've been around for it, just kind of in the background, but there's a lot of people that you've met over the years because of the build, and people got love for your car, man. I always tell you to take it to shows, and you just won't do it.
Yeah, no. It's not. The the quality standards that my dad set me to is that if I do want to do show car stuff, this car cannot be driven the way I drive it. Obviously, it can be a drift car, but it cannot be the way I drive it. Like I street drive it everywhere. If I feel like on a Sunday afternoon I want to drive to the bay and go hang out, then I'll just do that. And just, or if I want to go to SoCal on a Friday afternoon, then I'll go to SoCal in this car. That's a lot of things that I did when I was younger, and I realized over the time that pristine look of this car being clean, no cracks with the fiberglass and just perfect paint it's gone. I mean, as soon as I get to the track, I get this mentality where like I just don't care about the car and I just want to have fun with my friends. So that's never gonna happen. But if I ever get to build a car that's meant for a show car, then that will be the one I will actually take to a show car, and you will see why I'm saying I want to take it to a show car. But yeah, no, this car is my street car. Everyone knows it as a street car, even though I just got trailer. But yeah, this is my. It's not a show car; it's a street car.
Everybody go bomb his Instagram. Tell him to build a show car.
Build a show car, yeah. If I get the funds.
So last thing I want to touch on, I want you to shameless plug here.
Oh,
tell us about your
yeah.
brand, man. Tell us about Street Kids. Tell us more where people could find you and what you got going on.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, future vlogging, that's for sure a thing. I'm working on that at the moment. And Street Kids, or I would like to say SK. I don't really like saying the whole world, but SK is it's I guess you can say a car club. I guess you can say a drift club, a drift team. I don't know, man. We're just a bunch of idiots trying to do a lot of things together. A lot of us are into stand stuff, and we're gonna stay in that. And then there's a lot of people that just love drifting, and that's it. You know, a little bit of everything. And I just like doing clothes for my friends. That's been the thing. It's worked through the years. I started in 2019. I'm right, 2019, 2018, somewhere around there. It has been something I've been doing with my friends forever. We do clothes, from small shirts to little things in your car and things like that. You know, like some people will call it. I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it's car accessories and auto fashion. I guess you can say that. That's what it stands for. We do a lot of clothes, like I said, and we do a lot of car accessories. So it's just yeah, just little things like that. But at the end of the day, we're just cool friends. I run it by myself. My friends help me with designs and ideas, things like that. But overall, it's just me. So I tend to do something for my friends, something that everyone can have and enjoy.
I've definitely packed a shirt or two, but I won't take any credit. It's all right. No, we all love the brand. We all support the brand. We try to put it out there for you because, I mean, we want to see it grow. We want to see you grow and make the car and the team bigger.
Yeah,
you know, we want everybody to know the name Street Kids. But yeah, man, it's
been a long journey.
It's been a long journey.
Yeah.
It's been cool. I mean, we're all repping the shirts out here. Hell yeah. Thank you for your time, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. But yeah, man. That's the car right there. The car.
The car.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait to see how this thing progresses in the future. Everybody who follows him already, I mean, just stay on it, but put the word out there, follow this man, follow his vlog, see what he does with it. Yeah.
Won't disappoint. All right, man. Thank you. And that's it.